What's going on, guys? I wanted to talk a little bit about Second Extinction. It's a co-op shooter that just released that has dinosaurs. And as some of you may know, I'm a bit of a dinosaur fanboy, so I'm pretty excited about this game. So I just want to talk a little bit about it. Here we go. The best way to describe Second Extinction is like a first-person shooter Helldivers with just a splash of Vermintide. You basically have tons of gunplay, blowing up dinosaurs and blasting them in the face with shotguns. All kinds of different weapons. You can call down supply pods. I don't know what they're called in game, but that's what I call them. And you can bring down all the ammo, equipment, grenades, whatever that you need. It's an interesting mechanic. You have plenty of ammo, which you eventually run out, so you call these pods down. You have to manage it a little. And you can use them to drop on your friends. They don't do any damage. There's no friendly fire in the game, but it does knock them back. Pretty awesome. And watching your friends fly across the screen is pretty epic. So the game actually takes place on one giant open world map.
The dino resources
you pick different missions to do for each drop.
And you blow them apart and stuff.
And you go down on the map. You complete your missions. There's various little side missions that can increase your loot or XP or whatever. Games take anywhere from about 20 to 40 minutes. There's a really huge variability. I'll get into that in a little bit later, but most of my games have been closer to 40. So you can play with up to 3 people. Progression is essentially unlocking your weapon upgrades. You get points and materials after every game. You get the materials from blowing apart the dinosaurs and actually locating some of them on the side missions and rocketing them back up into space. So one of the cool mechanics is watching stuff shoot back up into space in this game. It's really well done. You have like a few different characters now, but it looks like there's actually room for more later. And each character can take more than one type of weapon. So you can see whoever starts with the grenade launcher, for example, he can actually take the carbine come later. So there's lots of different weapons to unlock. Most of them are, well, let's go ahead and get into the pros. Weapons are extremely satisfying. The explosions, everything is just awesome. The physics, the ragdoll physics, when you blow a dinosaur apart, you can literally blow its head off and watch it collapse. I actually shot one. It was like half of its body left, standing on a leg for a couple seconds. It was pretty hilarious. The effects you can get are outstanding. The game's take on dinosaurs is really good. I like it. So, I know only us giant dino nerds know about dinosaur feathers, but this is supposed to be a second reimagining of dinosaurs. This still looks good. It's really well drawn, well animated and everything. The movement and everything looks real good. There's actually several different types, and I thought that there was a little too few at first, but as you play the game, I feel like they've got just enough now, and they have some interesting mechanics. Instead of just kind of like your basic charge, the bull actually rolls around. All the dinosaurs have different names. I don't know if it's a Triceratops or a Styracosaurus, but it's called a bull. Anyway, they call the Ankylosauruses flatbacks. But they have nice mechanics. The way you kill the kind of bigger dinos is you look for the giant glowing teal spots on them. For the Rex, it's like right under the neck, and it's incredibly difficult to get, but in a good way. The Rex fights are very challenging. I enjoy the Rex fights most of all. They're the toughest. They take a little while, but I think they're the most fun. There's all kinds of weapons. I love how many weapons there are. Lots of different ways to just blow dinosaurs apart. The cluster grenades, it's like dropping an airstrike with every toss. They're just beautiful. Explosions that beget more explosions. I can't recommend the cluster grenades enough. The airstrike ability is nice too, that one of your characters has. Well, actually, you can unlock it for all your characters. But everybody plays pretty well. All the characters. I think I've played everybody but the sniper. I've finished all the missions. I'm at level 10. So you can redo all the levels once you're done with other friends and just keep grinding for more XP and weapons to unlock more weapon upgrades. And weapon upgrades, just for example, are adds a poison effect on crit, or your bullets penetrate through dinosaurs, and they keep hitting every dinosaur behind it. So lots of little stuff like that, more stability for the LMG, that kind of thing. Just some quick cons. I felt the melee attack is a little too powerful. You can knock most of the trash dinosaurs out with 2 swings. And you
On
can't
the-
even
on
do
the
that with your
inside.
gun. So for a Dinosaur co-op shooter, I would think
Get 'em
you
off
would
me.
need a little more effectiveness
Halfway.
for your firearms and a little less
One-third.
for the melee, especially considering
Need
your
more
melee is just a
firepower. Yep.
rifle whip or pistol whip.
Oh,
It just
almost.
depends which one you have equipped at the time, but that's maybe a personal preference thing. Since it is early access, like I mentioned, it's a little buggy. The biggest problem we have is with desyncs, losing connections to the server, losing connections to different players.
'Cause he loves
The good news is it actually does have a rejoin
Helldivers.
reconnect to your previous match feature, which a lot of early access games don't have it, but this one does have it, so that's it's a good thing. The only other big bug probably worth mentioning at
there's
this point
equipment
is
and
that
ammo and everything over
when you
there
play with
on the
pugs,
sides.
you are literally at their mercy. You have to all be together when you want to extract from the mission finally, and also the extraction sequence is outstanding. It's just like reliving Starship Troopers every time. But anyway, you have to all three be present to initiate the extraction and call down the boat. So, you know, if you and your friend are with a pug and your pug wants to keep going,
Flash
doing all the side
ammo.
missions, you know, and you're trying to get out of there because you only had 30 minutes to
ammo
play,
over
but the
here,
pug wants to
great.
keep going, you're going to keep going until the pug's ready. So no way to kick somebody from the group or to initiate a vote to leave or something like that. But the game's early access, it's still growing, and hopefully they'll address some of these issues. You know, stability is something that, you know, being worked on. It did seem pretty stable, optimized. I mean, I didn't have any problems running it, and I was running it on ultra graphics. So that's just my few-minute take on the game so far. Totally recommend it. It's $24.99. It's from Systemic Reaction. They've made Generation Zero. I don't know if you played that game or not. I haven't played it yet. I just got it in the last humble month.
Healing.
So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. What your favorite dinosaur is. I actually really like the Rex. I think that fight in particular is well done, but the Rex looks pretty scary to me. I think it looks pretty awesome. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you later.
Get in.
Let's hustle, guys.